What is up, guys? It's your boy Andy Art, and today we are going to be talking about 5 reasons why you won't be able to find a job in animation, in concept art, or in storyboarding. Yeah, I know. I'm the guy that has to ruin everything. I'm here to like ruin your hopes and dreams. But look, there's still hope. I'm not just doom and gloom. There's still hope. So just go through the video and then yeah, just go through the video. It's not all doom and gloom, I promise. But just stay with me here. We're gonna get through this, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It's just that in the past few years since the pandemic, there's just been a lot of bad news. It's just been a lot of bad news. So let's go ahead and start with number one. Number one, which is layoffs. Layoffs. Everybody is laying people off. Okay, so here are the animation layoffs. Well, the industry layoffs just all together. Let's go ahead and start with animation. And one of the best websites for this is Cartoon Brew, right? Cartoon Brew is a website for animation people, for the animation industry and people that are interested in anything related to animation. So, if we go over here, it says 2024 animation VX video game layoff timeline. So in March, Rooster Teeth laid off 150 people. On March 1, it says 9 Story. It says they laid off roughly 30 people. No, said it employed more than 1,000 people, so 30 people will lose their jobs. On February, Electronic Arts laid off 670 employees. Sony Interactive Entertainment laid off 900 people in February. Paramount Global laid off 800 people in January. In January, Eidos Montreal laid off 97 people. Microsoft laid off 1,900 workers. Apple TV laid off 8 people across kids music. Oh, that's actually not a lot. Riot Games laid off 11% of its global staff, and it says Riot Games announcing it will be laying off 530 employees. 11% of their global staff. Right, Pixar laid off 20% of its global staff, and it has 1,300 people employed. So 20% of that is like, say 1,000. That's 200. It's about almost 300. Yeah, about 300 people. Unity revealed that 1,800 employees, a bit 25% of its global workforce, will be useless. So they're laying off thousands. So the entire animation industry is laying off thousands. So they also mention the gaming industry. But let's go ahead over here. It says here are games expect video game industry layoffs are worse than ever before. How did we get here? So there's just a lot of layoffs. It says Sony announced 900. So they're just if you go through this whole article, they go through the thousands of people that are laid off. Now here, so the game industry saw at least 8,000 people laid off, according to a running tally. That's 8,000 people laid off. And how many people are trying to get into the gaming industry? I mean, you tell me. Yeah, so here we got the animation industry, Hollywood, and the video game industry. So this includes, game designers, concept artists, character designers, environment artists, storyboard, animators, all that stuff. And this is just, this is just a part of it. The numbers are actually a bit higher, because there's other companies that are not being mentioned in this list. So I want you to keep that in mind. Number two. Number two is companies are becoming more fierce with hiring. They don't want to train people. They want people to just kind of be job ready. Now, whether if it's in the entertainment industry, art, or I've noticed even like just jobs in general. Like if you apply to be like a for a tech job or any job, it's like they don't really want to train you. They just kind of want you to just know everything. The less they train you, the better. They don't want to spend a lot of time training you. That's the problem. The less they train you, the better. I've noticed that. I've recently been on some interview, and I just get this vibe, this feeling like, man, we do not want to like spend a whole month training your ass. So you better know a lot of things. That's kind of just like the attitude of employers nowadays. So you're probably gonna, experience this a lot, right? You're probably gonna experience this a lot, where like you go to a job interview and they ask you a whole bunch of questions like, do you know this? Do you know this? Do you know that? And you're like, well, I went to school for animation. I went to school for storyboarding. Why do I need to know all that other stuff? You're going to see that. I guarantee it. You're going to see that. Employers, they just, you look at a job description and there's like a million things you got to know. It's like they want to get as much out of you as possible. And again, this is not just entertainment or the art industry, but also just the job market in general. Whatever kind of job, whether if it's tech job, unless you're working like a retailer, like one of those easier jobs, they don't really, they don't want to. They want to spend less time training you as possible. They just want you to know as much as possible, get as much from you as possible, and yeah, you get the point. You know what they're trying to do. Reason number 3. It's going to take years for the entertainment industry to recover. So, ever since 2020, well, a little bit before 2020, Hollywood was already going down because of all the nonsense, all the type of movies, controversial movies that they were making. And I'm not gonna go into the political stuff in it. This is an art channel. I'm not here to talk politics. But all the movies that have been made in the past few years, in the past 5 years, there's just been a lot of things that's just been going crazy, and there's just been a lot of tension in the air, and people don't want to go to the movies anymore because Disney has been pushing certain ideas, and Hollywood has been making movies that are just very questionable. Again, I'm not gonna go into the details, but do a little research on why Hollywood has been going broke. Same thing in the comic book industry. It's just not what it used to be. And it's just all around just absolutely horrible. Just it's not going well for Hollywood. Let's just put it that way. It's just not going well, and they have been losing a lot of money. I think Disney itself lost $100 billion, I think, from 2022 to 2023. And Disney hasn't, like, out of 10 movies that Disney has made in the last few years, only one of them was successful. That says a lot. That's kind of that tells you how things are going. And Disney was the type of company that they release a movie, especially with Pixar, and it will rake in hundreds of millions of dollars. And those days are over. That's not happening. People are not taking their kids to the movies like they used to, and everybody's just kind of staying home and watching anime. Yeah, anime is the new cool kid on the block now. So yeah, it's gonna take years to repair the damage. The same thing is happening in the gaming industry. We're having a video game industry collapse. Just animation layoffs. It's gonna take years to fix this. So, and I recommend people to, if you're looking for a job, I recommend people to look for independent creators, right? Independent companies, because there's a lot of people right now who they leave the industry, right? They leave the animation industry, they leave the video game industry or Hollywood or filmmaking. They go and make their own company, right, and start their own projects, and they're gonna be needing help, professional help. This is where you can come in. Now, you're probably gonna have to take a pay cut, right? But you'll still be employed. You'll be able to continue working in the field that you want to work in, and then maybe later on you can go ahead and apply for different jobs. But go work for these independent people, right? Yeah, I mean, there's I think, what's his name? Trent Kanuga. Damn, I can't pronounce it, but Trent Kanuga is his name. He started his own gaming studio. He's working on a video game called Twilight Monk. And he hired a couple of people to work on that. And I mean, it's not cheap to make a video game, I'll tell you that. So the fact that he's doing that is pretty impressive. And he's, again, he's an independent creator. He's got his own gaming studios. And he's going to be publishing it on Steam. So I'm actually very excited to see this game. I might actually get Twilight Monk. So anyways, I got a little off track there. But the point is, try looking for work with independent creators, like smaller companies, smaller studios. You guys get the point. Or if you have enough experience, try to freelance and and start your own business venture. I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. Reason number 4. Part of the industry, of the entertainment industry in America, is moving to the east. So Japan, Korea, Southeast Asia. Disney and other Hollywood studios, they're hiring Japanese anime studios to, so that they can make anime. Disney's trying to make their own anime. Disney, if you didn't know, Disney has actually been licensing anime and putting it on Disney Plus or Hulu. They want to have their own anime, and they're asking Japanese studios to make it for them. So, so as you can see, they're not hiring people in America. They're literally just going overseas. And anime has just been raking in billions of dollars, so they want to cash in on that. And same thing with Hollywood. They're just going east. There's been a lot of Korean dramas and a lot of the big hits. If you go on Netflix a lot of the video streaming services, many of the big hits nowadays, they're all from Asian countries, like Asian dramas, Korean dramas, Japanese anime, Asian movies, just big hits. And there's plenty of reasons for that, why this is happening, but we're not going to get into that. And yeah, so it's just look east, learn Japanese, learn Mandarin, learn Korean, do a little bit of research on why everything is moving to the east, and see if maybe you want to move to that side of the world. And yeah, see if that's something that works for you. And it could work out. Who knows? It could actually work out for you and living in another country. And with the American dollar, the American salary, you probably with the power of the American dollar, you'll be making more money, and you'll be able to save more money. Okay, as an artist, especially, if you're living in California without rent, you're probably gonna have to live with like 3-4 roommates, to be able to afford to live. Let's just say. So part of the industry, again, part of the industry is moving to Asia, to the east. So do a little bit of research on that. Don't completely listen to me. I know a lot of things. I don't know everything. So go and do some research on that. Reason number 5. Companies are now using AI. You saw this coming. You saw this coming. Companies are using AI so they will hire less people. So, in Hollywood, whether if it's, filmmaking, animation, concept art, there is a AI software for freaking everything now. You name it, there's AI. Just AI art, AI films, AI video generator, AI 3D generators. It's everywhere. AI can do anything. There's no escaping it. It's like, it's kind of annoying too, honestly. Not gonna lie, it's kind of annoying, but it's here to stay. The companies are using it, so that means that they're hiring less people, but they're still gonna hire artists. It's just gonna be less people. So if you want to be one of those people that actually gets hired, you're gonna have to work harder. I don't really know what to say here because there's just a lot to unfold when it comes to artificial intelligence. Some people say, "Oh, AI is going to die out." And some people say, no, AI is here to stay. We're losing a lot of jobs. I'm losing a lot of freelance. But I don't know exactly how to come to a conclusion with the whole AI thing. So I'm still trying to figure this out. But companies, especially in Hollywood, in animation, everywhere, video game companies, they're using artificial intelligence to save money and hire less people. That's just what's happening, So you kind of have to figure that out and navigate that issue. And see how you can get a job. And if you cannot get a job, you're gonna have to freelance until you're able to secure some type of work, right? So, and this is why I'm saying you're probably not gonna find a job because less people are getting hired for that same job, and they're just gonna be working with smaller teams of people, while getting things done with artificial intelligence and other softwares. So yeah, and I'm not trying to be all doom and gloomy here, but it's just that before, when they would hire, 1,000 people, now they're probably just going to hire 500 people. So that's half the workforce. I mean, if you saw that video, earlier in the video, I was talking about layoffs in animation. I mean, take a look at, the entertainment industry. That's 8,000, no, I think it's like almost 50,000 layoffs. And I think, no, it's more than that. And then in the tech industry, there's even more layoffs of over like hundreds of thousands of people. So I don't know how this is going to end, but going back to reason number 3, it's going to take years for the industry to just recover. So yeah. Now, I hope that this wasn't completely depressing. because there is light at the end of the tunnel. Now, if I think it's better if you are unemployed, I highly recommend people to just freelance and start their own businesses, start selling things online. Start your own art shop. Um, you know, try to freelance in your local community. Go to conventions and sell stuff. There's still hope. And now with the internet, now with technology, it has become so much more easier to start your own business, to set up a payment process or a website. All that stuff is much easier, right? So yeah, I guess I'm gonna end it there. I hope I didn't destroy anybody's dreams. Things are just getting a little bit more difficult, but thankfully we have technology that does help us, solve other issues, other problems. And hey, make sure to comment below. Tell me what you think about this video. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to share the video on social media. It helps with the algorithm. Also, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for future notifications. It's your boy Andy Arts. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next art video. Godspeed.